Good Friday morning. I am downstairs for whatever reason because I don't know why I thought this would be an easier way of doing it. I packed all of my palettes that I'm going to share with you in, well, let's just look at it. It's heavier than I thought it was going to be, and I'm weaker than what I think I am. And this is one of my weekender coach totes that um, I actually have one in pink and one in blue. I use them when I travel, and y'all know I'm just the traveling queen. Um, my travel consists of going to my mom's house. That's the most important place for me to go. Um, will we be going some other places? Yeah, we're gonna have time. So yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna do some things. Um, but anyway, good morning. I hope that you are doing well. I really do. Um, I wanted to show you because I showed you, I think, my urban decay the other day, and I don't know if it's the glare. I noticed that, or if it's time for a new phone. I noticed there was a bit of blur, so I don't know if that's on the camera or if it's just time for a new phone. And I don't, if there's a way that I can fix it in editing or whatever, please tell me because I'm trying to learn and I'm getting real frustrated because I can't exactly figure it out. So if you could help me with that, I would appreciate it. Now, in because they're in this bag, they're in no real order. Um, some of these I've not used yet, and I'm not going to swatch them. Some I will swatch. This is the Cosmos, and it's ABH palette. This is the one that came with the broken palette, and I've forgotten to repress it. Shame on me. Um, I'll have to redo it at some point in time. I love this. I think this is getting into the time of year that this will work perfectly. Um, I said we weren't going to swatch that, but I'm going to change my mind. Um, I have some rags next to me so we can do that. I'm going to swatch this. This. I don't have my glasses on. I'm so sorry. And a couple of mattes. Think I think that this is a hollow. And I think this is a dual chrome. I think that's a hollow chrome. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But we're going to see what they look like. That's just nice. I'm excited to I'm excited to play with that one. I got to remember to fix that one color. Um, we do have Princey down here joining us. We also have Mayor in his bed. And if you are wondering why Mayor is always in his bed, it's for the safety of Princey. Um, not we don't I don't think that he would intentionally hurt either one of the cats, but he's also probably 70, 80 pounds, and he can accidentally, and we are doing our best to prevent that as he's growing and starting to learn to control those impulses. He'll have more freedom. Anyway, let's keep going. You know what? Hold on. Okay. If you remember, I said that I had a budget. While I was on my no buy, I had things that I had my eye on and was like, I want to get this at some point. Well, whenever I decided to go off of my no buy, this is one of the ones that I picked up and I couldn't wait. This is the Rose Metals palette. If we fall over, there's a cat on the back part of the bed. So, and this is Color Story. It is such a gorgeous palette. If I were doing my eyes today, let's see if we can get those swatches a little better into. I went ahead and swatched it on my arm because I figured I'd at least try to cut down. Oh, excuse me, coffee, mushroom coffee. But that is the Cosmos palette, or yeah, no, no, Rose Metals palette. If you hear a noise, the cat is playing with I don't know what. He's a crazy cat. I love him to death, but he's a crazy cat. So, yeah. Okay, the next palette that we're going to talk about is another one that I had on my list. And the Primrose palette is, the Face and Eye palette is on my list, but I'm kind of about it because I got the other pink palette that I showed you the other day that we'll talk about again here in a little bit. And I'm not sure if I need, because the other things are blushes and I'm not even sure that I would use them. So anyway, this is, and everything's getting all sparkly, the Fall Romance palette. And it's exactly getting the perfect time of year to use this. These are the swatches. I can't figure out how to turn my arm. There we go. That's just kind of as close as we're going to get. This reasons why I don't do swatches, because I can't get my body to move to where you can see them. But those are the swatches. I have a package coming and I don't even remember what I ordered. But okay, this is the Anastasia, I can't pronounce it today, Nouveau palette. I don't think that's the right way to pronounce it. It's Nouveau. I think it's Nouveau, but that doesn't sound right in my brain. And honestly, if I were doing a look today, I'd be standing in the bathroom trying to decide between these palettes. And we will I'm trying to give you some swatches. And I'm going to take a pause because I am a glittery mess at this point in time. So I'll be right back. This is the Jackie Aina palette, and I forgot to take that out. And I'm just going to say this, and please, I hope that nobody takes my words and twists them or makes them other than how I mean it. I have not used this palette very much. I love this palette. You will find that I have a few palettes that I love that I have a very sentimental attachment to. I don't care if this was the ugliest Color Story. It's not. It's gorgeous, okay? And it's gorgeous on anybody. And I love that. Um, I I don't know. I think they're more on that. She's moved more to TikTok and stuff like that. So I've kind of lost track of her. But I learned so much and enjoyed her videos oh so much there were things that we disagreed on, but it didn't stop me from enjoying her content. Um, and that's how it should be. We are adults, and we should be able to agree to disagree and move forward. But I bought this as soon as it came out. I don't remember what year. You have to kind of forgive me for that because some things are still a blur. Um, and but I pretty sure I have used that. I'm not going to swatch it today because the pigment is incredible and the shimmer is incredible. Um, will I use it? Yes. Will I keep it? Forever. It will never leave my. I had the Amrezy palette and I did a declutter and it did not. It just was kind of those. I kept thinking that these colors just would, no matter what I did, they would never work for me. And so I passed it on, and I regret it. I should have kept it in my collection. But we live and learn. This is the Norvina palette. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to swatch it. Um, I can't say. I'm going to do this. I seen another YouTuber do it. I can't remember what the channel was because it was like maybe 2 o'clock this morning. And there were some things that she was like, I'm going to do 5 looks and then decide. That's what we're going to do. I hear Ian coming. I'm not sure if he's going out to water the garbage men or down here. Either way, hold up. Up, he's going out. This was one of my favorite palettes. This was the Anastasia Prism palette, and yes, it's old. Um, White. It's just a few of the colors I dipped into, just to kind of the show you the I dipped into this one and this one. Did I just do that backwards? Probably. I dipped into the yellow into this one, and y'all think I'm kidding when I tell you I require adult supervision. And this one, um, just to give you a little ideal. Um, this was one of the first palettes that whenever I got out of being a hun, that was one of the first palettes that I went with, that I ordered. And it was so good to have good makeup again. The other day, whenever I did my ABH haul, I got confused. When I was talking about the sultry palette, it was the subculture palette that was had so much controversy. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I it was one I can't, because the bottom is just barely hanging in there, and I don't want that all over everything because it's a dark shade, and yeah. Um, but those are some of the swatches off of it. If you hear noises, Ian is bringing bins down. He I've told you this probably a blue million times, but every Friday he gives our as many trucks as he can catch. He gives them all water, And then my neighbors on both sides of us are elderly. Um, so he gets their bins and brings them down. And the neighbor on the furthest side from me, that way, um, that he will go and take her trash up. So that's what you hear. If you're hearing my alarms go off and my cameras, and yes, that's how I'm watching him. He's a big boy, but that's how I'm watching him. We are almost kind of there. this is this is and was one of my favorite color stories. It's old. I should probably pitch it, but I'm not going to. It's the Riviera palette. I couldn't tell you exactly when it came out. I'm going to guess it's discontinued, but I'm going to guess that it was probably around 2017, 2018, right around in there, because that's kind of when I came to my senses and said, I'm spending money on makeup that's not any good, and decided that having my own business was not worth it because I didn't have my own business. We could go on a whole tangent there. If y'all want to hear that story, leave me a comment and I will share my experience with you. Um, we're just kind of going to go into a couple of these just because they were, and I was also younger. I would have to really, and they still swatch so nice to be as old as they are. Let's just kind of do this. Those are just I can't. My pinky swatches are really not good, and it'd help if I swatched the same shade at the same time. I'm really bad at doing swatches. We know this. We used to swatch Ian. That's how he learned his colors. When he was little, when I would get a palette, um, we would swatch Ian's arms and legs, and um, yeah, that's how he learned colors. Okay, this is the Carly Bible. I guess I could show you um, collab, and you can kind of see this is, and I did this, and I do this often. You ever have those things you save for special occasions, and then there never is that special occasion? That's kind of what this palette is about. I've worn it um, a few times, but there never seems to be that special occasion. And to be honest with you, I kind of forgot about it. But we're going to pull it back out and use it or pass it on because it's a beautiful palette. It's still, depending on who you ask, it's still okay. Um, we're going to keep going. We're going to save that for just a minute. And I don't think I grabbed it. I did not. I apologize. Okay. There could be some more that are not in. I know of one, so there could be some more that I overlooked whenever I gathered them upstairs. I generally have them all in the same place. I thought I grabbed everything, but I didn't. This is Soft Glam. And you can kind of see that I like this palette. It's been shown some love. It has traveled. And this color, Noir, in the bottom is an excellent to cover up your liner. Yeah, excellent. Um, there's just enough, there's enough softness and enough pop. It balances out wonderfully. And I do have the small, the soft glam 2, I think it is, but it's the small one. I have it. I forgot to bring it down here, so I apologize. And we're just, okay, now, my very favorite, my very favorite. I never used to buy backups, and I've kind of stopped buying backups, but this is one that I bought a backup for. I hear footsteps. You probably hear them too. Ian may be coming down. If he is, that's okay. But this is the Modern Renaissance palette. I have a backup. Okay, it must be the recycled. And, oh, isn't she gorgeous? Oh my goodness. And these colors. This is just, this is one of my, um, you can see, it's got some smooge on there. Like I said, I do have a full backup for this upstairs. And then I also bought, and I'll just compare them for you, the small Renaissance 9-pan. And you can see basically lesser used colors are what's left out of this, or I shouldn't say that way. This is just the 9-pan version of it. They chose, some of the colors are close. You know, they're just a little bitty bit. Since my hand is dried, my hands are getting raw, by the way, from doing this. You can see these two, Venetian Red and Love Letter. I don't know if you can see them real well. I need a light down here. But they're very close in this. The two tones are very close. So that's part of what I think they took out of the 9-pan palette, was the closer gradient colors. I keep wanting to push the computer to start this. This is Glam to Go. I hauled it. You're going to hear my camera's going off because he's bringing down a recycle bin. They have ran, so he's going to be bringing that down. I apologize if you hear them. It's part of life. This is gorgeous. This is absolutely, this is just what it says that it is. It is a soft, it is just Glam to Go. And it is just even if you go across the top, you've got to look. If you go across the bottom, you've got to look. If you go this way, these four, you've got to look. Even if you do these four, you've got to look. Just very, and I swatched this some when I hauled it, so I'm not going to do it today because, like I said, my hands are getting raw. Okay, he is safely back in the house, so we can continue. Yes, he's big enough to go out and do it on his own, but no, I'm not gonna. At a point in time, I had all of these, and I've passed a couple on. They're the Norvina collection. And to be real honest with you, there's more that I should pass on. Um, this, I can't hold that right. Very colorful, very beautiful. Um, I've held on to it mainly for this red shade, this sparkly blue, because y'all know I live in Kentucky, um, and the shimmers in this. That's why that one has been held on to thus far. The purples too. Who are we kidding? Um, do I reach for it very often? No. Um, I mean, obviously, you can tell that I reached, and I surprised myself. I thought that I had thrown away my original Jaclyn Hill palette, and my sentimental self did not. Not because of Jaclyn Hill. I used that palette to do my look the night we sang it in 2018, I think it was, when our choir sang at camp meeting. And for that reason, I held on to it. I've gotten rid of every other thing that I had that was her, that I decluttered a lot of that. It just no longer worked for me. This is the Norvina Volume 2 palette, and it is bold. Um, like I said, I had all of them and have passed some of them on. This is probably one that will be on the chopping block soon. Um, just, I can't remember. I I used this yellow, and I think this, when my cousin died, her favorite color was yellow, so we were asked to wear yellow. And I think that's the extent of using that. This one I totally forgot about. This is Volume 5, and I totally forgot about what's inside of it. Just totally forgot. This is gorgeous. I'm going to pull it back out for this, for fall, and put it in closer where I can see it more. And then this is, I think this is 4. I think I got those out of order. I'm sorry. This is palette 4, and this is one that's semi on the chopping block. And the biggest reason is these are glitters, and most of the glitter glues that I have tried, I'm allergic to, so I can't use that. So this might be something that I could maybe depot if I really think about it, or I may just say, hey, can you use this, and give it to somebody. I'm losing my marbles because it helps to turn the camera back on. I stopped the camera and took this out of the box to save time, and forgot to turn it back on. This is this full sultry palette. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, it is one of my, it's like the other one that I talked about that I saved for special occasions, and not very many special occasions have happened. I think I have a little bit of skin left on the back of this hand. As you can see what I'm talking about, the pigment is starting to irritate my hands. Um, it is what it is. Part of it is because I have a wash rag that has dial soap on it, and I'm allergic to dial soap too. So there you go. Um, we'll dip into just a couple of these and give you an ideal. Try not to. And you'll kind of see why this is just beautiful. Hey, that was a good squatch. Yay, go me! I'm getting better. And this is rose quartz, and it's just a pop. It's just a pop of pink, and it's um, sitting here doing this. I'm thinking to myself now, ooh, do you know how pretty that would look? You know, say with this shirt, with my full face of makeup under my lights. Ooh, do you know? Yay! Just got a good. Sorry, when I stop like that, it's because something's a text or something's coming in my phone, and oftentimes I have to pay attention to that. So when you see me reading something, and that was a good one. Praise the Lord. This I am excited to try. The missing, the things that are missing from this, kind of make it more of a more, you know, it takes away some of the, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Takes away some of the pop, to be honest with you, and a lot of the shimmers. Um, so, but you know what? I just fell back in love with this palette. And that's what I have also found, that I think I need to do this more often, because I do have a lot of makeup. I do have way too much makeup. I will own that. I have given away boxes and boxes and boxes. I'm not even kidding you. And whenever I say boxes, I'm talking um, large enough. Um, have you seen the bark boxes? The last makeup that left my house was in a box bigger than than what his bark box stuff came in. Kind of like maybe the size of the icon boxes, um, and it's gone to just friends, family, whatever. Um, but anyway, this is all that I have. All of my ABH palettes, and um, we're gonna I'm gonna try, because I'm really not good at this. So what I'm going to try to do is go with the ideal that the other YouTuber had, and I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. If I find it, I will link her video below. What I'm finding is people are maturing out of the makeup space, as far as we're not we're veering away from getting every launch, grabbing it as soon as it launches, all of that stuff. We're veering away from that and looking at what we have, and we're narrowing down. Um, and I know you're looking at me real funny, because I've done a whole lot of hauls recently. Um, but we're finding the things that we actually navigate towards, use, um, and we're going that direction. You know, we're maturing out of what was the big beauty community, which, I'm gonna be honest with you, as far as community, to say that I'm in the beauty community, no. To say that I'm in the drama community, no. To say that I'm in the true crime community, no. Um, do I have people in those communities? Yeah. But see, I'm in my lane, and that's where I will intend to stay. I love seeing more subscribers. I love seeing more views. I'm really glad that you all take the time out, even if it's just to click on it and go on. Um, but more than anything, it's just me sitting down, taking a little time out of everything, and just, you know, as we continue to redo, and, you know, I've been telling you, we've been purging this house for a while. And it gets frustrating because I keep thinking it should be done. Well, no, because it didn't happen overnight. We accumulated stuff in 10, 12, we've been married for 30, oh good Lord, somebody do math for me. I'm 58. I can't tell you. We've been married for, I think, we've been together, I think, 38 years now. You accumulate stuff. And, you know, I'm married to a mechanic, so you accumulate stuff. And we both grew up with parents that kept everything. And so it's kind of second nature to, hold, you might need that, hold on to it. You might need that. So it's hard to kind of break that cycle. And if you're wondering, I also have a spoiled grandson. So if you were wondering what this is a tote of his Hot Wheels. It's not the only one that's this full of Hot Wheels or trains or cars or whatever. He's only going to be the age that he is one time. Am I going to spoil him? Betcha. He's a good kid. He's a good boy, and I love him. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next video. We love you oh so very much. I'm the mayor's daughter, and we're out of here.